Many years ago, I met a character that I called the Keeper of the Forms. Now, this was quite an interesting character. What we've got to do, first of all, is understand the words many years ago. We're talking about the early dawn of computing, when not that many people had computers in the company, not many people had workstations or whatever. This company I worked in was totally and absolutely form-driven. You may still live in a company like that. You want anything, you have to fill out a form. Anything you want, you have to fill out a form. To get in the building, you have to sign a form. Anything you want, sign a form, sign a form, sign a form. In fact, many companies right now are still doing that. You have to sign a form to get a PC or a workstation. We're still using the forms. But imagine a company which is form-driven. And imagine, really work your imagination. Here I am, young, just started work, and I get sent to go to the form department to get some forms. Now, the form department is not a department. It's actually a printing shop. It's on the premises, and it's a big, big shop. And it's got, I don't know, 10 or 15 printing machines, doing nothing but turning out company forms for all sorts of things, ordering our goods, internal movements, appraisals, job descriptions, forms for everything. So I get sent, I have to go and get a pack of problem forms. Now, this has got to be real easy as far as I'm concerned. So I go up to the form department, which, of course, is strategically placed nowhere near the ground floor, based on the fact you've got to carry piles of forms back. But, you know, put you up a few flights of stairs just to make life difficult, to keep you fit. So I go up there. Bad signs from the minute I arrived. First of all, there's one of these, like, barn door things. You know the kind of thing where a door opens in half? So only half the door opens, there's like a shelf in it. That's always a bad sign. That means that someone wants to see you, but they don't want you in their den. Then up comes the keeper of the forms. Mr. Clipboard. Clipboard in one hand, lots of pens in his pocket here, and a special coat. Bad signs. Bad signs. You know this guy is telling you right away, here I am, I'm somebody important, I've got all these pens, that makes me very important. I've got a clipboard, that makes me very important. But more important, I've got a coat. A very important coat. So I'm friendly, I'm a happy-go-lucky kind of guy. I said to this guy, I'd like some problem forms, please. And as quick as a flash, he said to me, where's your form? What form? We can't just give forms to anybody, you know. Oh, no. You have to have a form to order forms. I'm sorry, you just can't do that. So let me get this right. I've got to get a form to order my problem forms. Is that correct? Yes, he says. No problem at all. And you have to get a manager's signature. I can't take your signature. So I go downstairs to my boss, go to my boss. Boss, I need a form to order the problem forms. Can I have them, please? And he goes in his drawers. We've run out. Uh-oh. Now we've got a dilemma. We've got no forms to be able to order our forms. So back upstairs I go to the keeper of the forms, who's enjoying this no end, I might add, and say, we've got a problem here. I haven't got any forms to order forms. You have to listen real carefully here. I've got no forms to order forms. So he says, you can't have any forms in. But without any forms, we can't do our job. Aha, I'm a good guy, says he. What I'll do is I'll give you one form. Now, this is a form to order forms. What you need is you go to your boss and ask him to fill it out to ask for a pack of forms to order forms. Then when you get the forms to order the forms, then you can actually get him to fill one out and you'll get your problem forms. What? Okay, so he gives me this one piece of paper. Down the stairs I go to my boss, who fills out a form so we can get a pack of forms to order the forms. I take this back upstairs and I get a pack of forms to order the forms. I hope you're following this because it's getting quite difficult now. Then I go back downstairs and my boss fills out one of these forms to order my problem forms. I go back upstairs. I go to this guy. Here we are. Here's my form for my problem forms. And he said to me, here you are, Mr. Fry. I got your forms ready for you. Which was very good because they were survival words. If he'd have said anything different, like I haven't got them, I was going right over that door for this guy's throat. That was his last words. Like most British people, I'm either happy or violent. I don't have any in-betweeny bit. This guy had pushed me to the limit. In fact, I was quite disappointed in a way. When he had the forms, I was looking forward to going and climbing over this door and chasing this guy around this. In fact, for months afterwards, I fantasized about getting this guy crossing the road while I was driving my car. You know, it just drove me nuts that this guy could do this to me. And you know, I sat there afterwards thinking about it, I thought, you know, this guy's not really that important. All he does is print forms. He's not making our company products. He's not one of our research scientists. He's not one of our design engineers. He's not one of our managers. Yet every single one of those people have to dance to this guy's tune. Because without forms, he's in control. You know well that if you upset him during the process of getting these forms, you're not going to get your forms. He's going to say, sorry, I can't print them till next week. Sorry, I don't have them in stock. What he's got is a false value of where he fits into the world. It was my biggest ambition. I think probably one of the driving factors of me being in computing was to get rid of forms. To actually make it such we don't have a form-driven society, because the keeper of the forms, to me, was a false person. but a person that had a status way beyond their importance to the company. Now, so what's that got to do with me? Well, you know, there's a big danger that IT departments have become the keeper of the forms. We've kind of taken that role over. Can I have a new PC? Oh, do you have it in your budget? Oh, no, you can't have that kind of machine because we don't let you have that kind of machine. I'd like Word Perfect. I'm sorry, we only have Word. You can't have Word Perfect. No, you can't have that. No, you can't have that. I'd like this change. I'm sorry, it's going to cost you $100,000 for that change. Suddenly, we're becoming the keeper of the forms. We're taking the same attitude that this idiot took to me. And it's no surprise that everybody hates us in some companies. Not every company, of course, but in some companies. If you take that keeper of the forms attitude, not that we shouldn't do things like give standard software and hardware and give standards machines. It's the attitude that goes with the way you do that. It was the arrogance of the clipboard and the white coat and the pens and the fact that, you know, I can do what I want and you can't do anything. It was the attitude that he could have done it much friendlier. He could have told me in the first place. He could have helped me. But he wasn't intending to help me. He was going to make me follow the rules and tell me all along the line how important he was. So it's very important not to become self-important. We have to understand our value to the company. We have to understand our relationships within the company. We have to learn how to consolidate our corporate contributions and not become someone that thinks they run and own the company. That's not true. We have to learn to have clear departmental objectives. And most important, we have to learn that at the end of the day, if the customer's not happy, they'll get rid of us. The keeper of the forms in that particular company is gone. They don't have any printing of forms at all. And the printing that they do have is outsourced. They don't do it anymore. Many IT departments that I've seen outsourced, I'm convinced in my mind, it's partly because of their attitude rather than their abilities and their budget figures and everything else. It's not only cash savings. Sometimes you push me too far and I'm coming over that door. So remember, don't become the keeper of the forms, either as a department or as a sub-department. If you do, then people will look for ways to get rid of you.